Folksy folks, how are you all doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So we get today with Kingdom. Manga chapter 501. 502. 503. 504. 505. Reaction. We breached the 500s. The big 5-0. Double O. Actually, no, that's Salita Steku. That's who I was thinking of. 007. My name is Bond. James Bond. 501. We had a little bit of Osen's prowess. I mean, the hype was real with Osen. Let's be totally honest, the hype was totally real. He got so much hype. His name, yeah, he doesn't even need a hype man, honestly, the amount of hype he's got. Also, let me just... These better viewing angles. Anyway, so... yeah, Olsen got mad hype, like straight up, he got like so much hype, it was like almost incredible. Like they were like, oh yeah, he's like a true strategist. You know, back then he had the hype of like one of the 6th grade generals. Who knows what he's able to do now? Oh my, Ribaku, you better be wary. And there's like all that scheming in the background too, like, oh yeah, we're gonna, you think there's food and rationing in there? Nah son, nah son. So hey. Let us see what this has in store for us, ladies and gentlemen. Chapter 501, Mutual Probing. Poking with the sticky, at the pointy end. With every successive step, the hour of triumph draws closer and closer. Look! That's the army headed for Western Gel. There are so many of them. Heavens! How long does the stretch on for? It's easily more than 100,000. I heard it's a joint army too. And the one in charge is General Osen. General Kyanki's with them too. Wave the flags! That's second and Castle over there, Shin. Long live Shin! Long live Shin! Long live... Look at him with that glaive. Not the sword, the glaive. He's still got the sword though. That's the good part. Yeah. We're almost there then. Yeah. If we've reached Sekiden, then that means we're only 2 days away from Kinnan, where all our food supplies have been secretly stored. And most likely, that's where we will change directions. Makes sense? We'll pick up the supplies, then make a sudden change in a heading for the southeast instead, which is the moment where Ribaku should finally notice. From then on, it comes down to a simple race. Whether the Shin army will be able to push their way past Retsubi, the gateway to the royal capital, and into the inner sanctum, or if Zhao was able to fortify its entrance in time and prevent us from getting in altogether. Osen. Let's see if the hype is warranted. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see if the hype is warranted. Let's see. It needs to prove it to me, to you as well. I don't want you to follow the hype. I want you to be feats. I'm not talking about these here. I'm talking about feats. All right, not the hype. We need feats. That's what we need. We need feats. We need to see it in action. From then it comes down to a simple race. Actually, no, I read that. A key issue will be the redirection of the army when we arrive at Kinnan, especially given that most of the army had no forwarding of this change in plans. Take too long and Zhao will grow suspicious, or maybe the change in direction will simply fail, or as Yotanwa said, calm yourself. Everything is riding on the skill of our supreme commander Osen. The thing is though, right, considering that his whole thing is like, you should be careful because he might take over the whole kingdom, he might take over Shin. Is he really like the best person to like pin your entire hopes on? I think so. I think so. I think he would want to take over like once you've conquered China. That's when he starts his motion. I'm just saying. I think that might be the way to go. All troops halt. We'll pause for a rest. You gotta make it seem all natural. That's what's going on here. Yes, sir. Halt for a rest. Halt for a rest. Halt for a rest. Halt for a rest. Seize march. Rest here. Good choice. Not good choice. Odd choice. Halt for rest. Obviously, there's only a few people that actually know what's going on. Does that boss man Osen have a tummy ache or something? He's stuffing us so he can take a shit. Yeah, what a commander. Everyone's like, what's going on? Why? Maybe they've run into some trouble at the front. Like I care. What is he doing? Acting unnatural like this near Kinnan is the last thing we need right now. Rain, huh? and it starts raining. Ah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Yeah, was it? I think he just looked in the heavens and saw rain. It's a fun story, right? A fun story, true story as well. And it's one of those stories where I'm like, I think back on it now, I'm like, what the heck? How did this happen? But like as a child, I just accepted it. But now when I actually think back on it, I'm like, how did this happen? Like straight up, how did this happen? So I used to play football, soccer, football, right? Since I was like a child, since I was like 3 or 4. I joined a club since I was like 3 or 4. So I've been playing for like a long time, basically. Not anymore now. You can tell I'm in no shape to play. I'm fat. But back then, like I played from like till I was from like 3 or 4 till I was like 12. All right, 11, 12 ish. All right. And the manager for the club, we got a new manager, right? And one of the first things he does is like show us like he wants us to be able to kick a ball this high. We need to build up strength, to be able to kick a ball this high. So he kicked the ball, right? And that was like at the end of the training session. So he was basically like, his first day, he joined us. We were already obviously established. We had a previous coach and manager, whatever. And then like he joins and he's like, okay, here's, we did the training, so on and so forth. Then he introduced himself, so on and so forth. And at the end, he was like, okay, so this is the plan. This is what I want you to be able to do as well in the near future. So he picks up the ball, kicks it in the air, kicks it like super high. Back then as a child, you looked at it as like, wow. So nowadays, like, yeah, I can do that. I haven't played football in a long time, and I can still do that. I have still the leg strength. It's not that. It actually wasn't that magnificent. It wasn't that wondrous. Like, he didn't kick it like a billion meters in the air. That wasn't the case. But as a kid, you just looked at it, and you're like, wow, that is so high. Anyway, the point is, right, he kicks the ball. Again, as a child, I thought, wow, he kicked it so high, and now it's like, no, whatever. But he kicks the ball, and like the second the ball lands back on the ground, like he just kicks it straight up. The second the ball lands back on the ground, it starts raining. I was like, damn, did he like hit the clouds or something? Is that what happened? Is that what happened or something? Did he hit the clouds? And that's how it started raining. But now that I think about it, it's like that's not possible. He didn't kick it that high, first of all, and that's just not possible. Like, the cloud is not just like 20 meters above above the ground. So I don't know. It was like one of those moments that just happened that sticks to me, and it's like, wow. How did this happen? Like, how did this happen? Now, like as a child, I was just like, wow, he must have kicked it so high. Now I'm like, how the fuck was the timing so perfect? Hey, it is. It was like not like a like a drip kind of rain. It was like an immediate like for like a good 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then like it's just dissipated, just stopped. So it really made me wonder as a child. But now it's like, whatever, bro. Hey, I don't know how he did it, but it obviously wasn't the ball. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, rain. That's why that came to my mind when he was looking up and it's like rain. I was looking up, looking at football. The ball bounced and suddenly went. Why is it raining? Why is it raining? Did somebody throw water in the air or something? I don't know. Anyway, good thing that we stopped for a rest, eh, boys? We'd have gotten soaked otherwise. Damn, that's some rain. This ain't stopping anytime soon. On the whole, well, I tried to do like a mountain speech, which is basically just like a, something that nobody else understands, so mumble. Are the soldiers of the plains unable to march in just this level of rain? It's not that they cannot, but simply that it would not be wise. God, Kanki and Yotanwa. I want them to interact, Kanki and Yotanwa. Because marching in this rain tires you out ridiculously fast, so we want to conserve our strength. Well, if you think about it another way. When it's time to run, he's going to want us to run as if demons themselves were behind this cuckoo. So that's why. But how did he know it was going to rain? Intuition. He's got the nose for that. So that's how it went. The mask. He's able to feel the cold. What do you mean? He's even considering the rain's impact on the men. He's thinking of everything. Of course, he's the general here, the commander. The general must be taken into account even the smallest of details. He's keeping track of the army's stamina. General Osen's already begun his wind-up for the main event. That's what the mask is for, right? That's how you become the commander-in-chief, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you become the commander-in-chief, just saying. West Zhao front line area. I can't read. Juka. Reporting in, the Shinami should arrive at Kinnan in 2 days. From there, it's another 5 days until they reach Kokyo. There, Still haven't been any major movements in the Kokyo region. We believe they are waiting for the arrival of the joint army. Shun Shuiju-sama, perhaps it is about time to rejoin. It's about time you rejoined Ribaku-sama at Buhaku, I know. Byo, I'll leave this place to you. If anything arises, no matter how trivial it may seem, let me know at once. Yes, sir. Messenger, do you have anything else to report? Just one thing, sir. What is it? It concerns the spies we dispatched to Kinan, the enemy's supply depot. By today's count, we'll have lost contact with as many as 5 spies. 5? Is it only Kinan? Have our spies been caught in on any other locations? No, sir. There is one amongst the transporters, Kinan. So does that mean that Kinan is tighter security than anywhere else? For what reason would a simple supply depot warrant such security? Mutter. Is it because Kinan is not just a checkpoint for the supplies, sir? In which case, Kinan must have a secret. A secret? The Shin are hiding something in Kinan. Hiding Kinan? And there is only one thing that can be hidden in a military supply depot, and that is enough food to keep 200,000 soldiers fed for many a fortnight. Ah, shit. Just by the spies being caught. Just by that time. 5. Literally a handful. And he's already onto something. Alibaku, you've got good men. Just saying. What? All their grain is in Kinan? But weren't they transporting all of it to Kokyo? Byo! Send an urgent message to Riboku-sama. There is a distinct possibility that Shin intends to change targets at Kinan. What? But we have no conclusive evidence of it. Yes, sir. He's got good man. If it turns out to be groundless, then it won't cost us much. But if we've been misled by Shin, then they will be greatly set back by this. Have our spies verified the contents of the supply between Kinan and Kokyo? Yes, sir. I will stay here and continue gathering information. I bring urgent news, a top priority message. This Shunjuiju had taken notice of Kinan's strange behavior and sent out a missive to Riboku. Gulp. Where is General Osen's headquarters? The Osen army was also about to receive an urgent message from one of Osen's personal spies. Interestingly, the source of this message was not from Zhao. When did this arrive? Just this morning, sir, via bird. It had the red seal of a critical notice, so I rushed here while swapping mounts. Really? Who? If it's not from Zhao. From shit? General! Burn it after you finish reading. Aye. Then if I may, good job bringing it to me. I shall be counting on you if anything else. So what's the message? What? They're shocked about something. What? This is send out words to all troops. We'll be increasing the speed of our march. Yes, sir. Fu. The warring states, Zhao frontline area, Riboku's headquarters, Buaku. Urgent news, let me pass. They're all getting... Just as Shujuju's top priority message was about to reach the men stationed in Buaku, within the walls, Riboku and his retinue received another urgent report from a completely different messenger. What? What did you say? And its content? How could this be? Were exactly the same as what Osen of Shin had received. Riboku-sama, of all possible days, he chose now for that man in the east to make a move. Oh, I know that grin. I know that grin. Oh, and Shana's Oki's clave. Oh. All the people that have had some sort of connection, besides Hogan, are here. From the city, Zhao Hereditary House Section, the state of Zhao. Just before they entered a battle encompassing the region around their capital, clashed swords with Yan. Actually, no, that's Odo. Oh, never mind. I was completely wrong then. I was completely wrong. Yan is making the move. Just before they entered a battle encompassing the region around their capital, clashed swords with Yan. Oh, Zhao is screwed. But it's Riboku. If anyone can do something, it has to be Riboku. Like, everyone's sweating. Riboku is like... He's not sweating, but he's serious. It's the armies of Yan. Yan has come for our lands. Fuhaha. Concentrate your forces westwards against Shin, and your eastern defenses will fin in turn. I'm afraid I'm not that nice of a guy to just let such an opportunity slip by. Sound the alarms! Gong! So many! Gong! Send a signal for help! Gong! Now, Ribaku, how about going at it for a few rounds with me too? Great General of Yan. Ordo. Bring me the map of the eastern region. Summon all those in the castle who know the lay, who know the lay of the lands. What of Yan's numbers en route? Has Kantan been informed? At around the same time as Ribaku and his companions found their attention diverted eastwards by this unexpected invasion from Yan, obviously that's the moment you strike. The Shin joined forces had progressed to a point where Kanon had come into sight, the place that would mark their change in direction and fate. Makes sense. It makes 100% sense, alright? If your attention is on Shin, the other states will attack too. I feel like Ribaku should have expected that though. Maybe not expected it, but like at least thought about it, you know? It's Ribaku after all. Let's see. Osen and Odo had a confrontation already, which was kind of during the coalition. So it's quite interesting that it's like those two now going from each other's side. One from the east, one from the west. That's kind of cool, actually. That's actually very cool. Chapter 502. He who seizes the initiative. We finally arrived. What was it called again? It's Kinon. Man, it's completely dark too, huh? How come the guys who got there first still haven't set up camp for the night yet? You're gonna be marching, I think. You're right. I wonder why. 30,000-man Kasui, report to the commandant. Captain Shin of the Hishin unit, please come immediately to the commandant. They're calling on. I better go. Yeah, this is a once in a. Yeah, that's a once in a not lifetime, but like once in a war opportunity, I guess. Step. Finally, here's the last one. Shin of the Hishin unit has arrived. What took you so long, boy? My bad. I couldn't tell where the headquarters was. Foot. Oh, not heard, Samuel. Doe man. You've got some attitude for the last one to arrive, and don't get lost, you bloody moron. Foot. I'm like, shit, it's that kid. It's that, hey. Previously when he was with the king, you're like, oh, shit, you're my homeboy, bro. Like, can you introduce me to the king, bro? Now they're like, shit, hey, never heard of him. Never heard of him. Who's that? I never heard of him. General, everyone has arrived. I will keep this brief, as we shall be setting off immediately. Exactly. It's a once in a war opportunity. We are hereby changing destinations from Kinon onwards, and we'll be making for Gyo instead. No supplies, just going right for it. Changing destinations to go. Yeah, now everyone knows. Hehe, the time's finally come here. Shin. A moment, please, General. Were we not supposed to be heading to Kokyo so as to begin an attack on Western Zhao? That's what we were told, and by Gyo. Why is it always Heki? I feel sorry for Heki, bro. Literally Heki, bro. I feel sorry for Heki, bro. He's always like the idiot. When it comes to Osen, he's always the idiot. It's just Shin is always, in my opinion, Shin is always a bastard. I mean, a long time ago, basically. But yeah, just saying. By Gyo, do you mean Gyo, the second largest city within Zhao's domain? That's right. What? There is no need for concern. The preparations have already been made. Yo, what the? They just came right out of Kinon. Are those food supplies? But sir, General, good. We will be setting out right away. As commanders, it is your responsibility to see to the timely movement of your respective armies and units. If even one of your squads lags behind, then as the commanding officer, it will be you that shall be executed for their failures. Oh my. Oh my. Straight up. Then it shall be you who shall be executed for their failures. No excuses. Are we clear on that? You know? So, it's scary. It's only natural. He's the commander-in-chief. He's got to be scary. With the mask as well. You can't tell how he looks behind you. Just see that the eyes piercing for the shadows and the darkness and just looking at you like, You're dismissed. Yes, sir. Crap, my boys are definitely going to start sulking and dragging their feet when they find out. Well, you don't have to tell them everything right away. It's night after all. If you don't say anything, they won't know where we're going. I know, I'm not saying. Well, regardless, the time really has finally come, huh? Yeah. Ohan hasn't said a damn word since he found out his father was the king. Not the king. The king of the submission, basically. Once we switch directions, Ribaku is bound to realize. And once that happens, it's a race to see who reaches Zhao's capital first, which means there is no going back once we start. That wasn't even a choice to begin with. Don't celebrate too soon. It's not like we've broken into the Zhao's capital in a zone yet. Of course, I know that, Ohan. Just the spread of this panel with all three of them, which is why we're going to be slugging through the darkness tonight, all so that we can catch Ribaku with his pants down. Damn, what I'd give to see his face when he gets the news. Western Zhao frontline Castle City in Buhaku. Report! Kani Castle has fallen. I repeat, Kani Castle has fallen to Yan. What? Report! Reagan Castle has also fallen. What? Even the key strongholds of Reagan has fallen. Oh yeah, now Riboku is sweating. On to the next. Riboku-sama, we should dispatch General Kocho, who just left Kantan. If we do not stop Yan's advance, there is the risk of the entire eastern line collapsing. But if we were to send Kocho eastwards, then that will greatly impact our strategy for the western front. But whatever choice do we have? Kane, send an urgent missive to General Kocho. What of the path Yan has taken? Are they heading for Hoshi, our largest city in the east, as we expect? No, sir. They've shifted slightly southwards. It appears they're going after the mid-sized city of Seika. They're heading for Seika? Riboku-sama, what's with that reaction? Seika. Inside Seika is the man called Shibasho. Shibasho who? Shibasho? The third of the three great heavens, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's my assumption. That right there is my assumption. I don't know. I've heard of the name. Was he not the Lord of Seika? And has he not been bedridden with illness all these years? There is even rumor of his death. I assure you, he is quite alive, and has neither illness nor disease. His illness is nothing more than an excuse for him to ignore all orders and decrees from Central Zhao, which he utterly detests. He even used it as a reason to turn down his appointment to the Free Grey. So we've got another Free Great Heavens potential man. What? The Free Great Heavens? And he turned it down? That's right. How could that be? A man worthy of such prestige just can't be. It's such a remote city, and neither is his name known across the lands. Fool. That's exactly the sort of place you'd find monsters and prodigies. Mbate. Riboku-sama, what kind of... They've got the strategist, and they've got the brute muscles. So what kind of person? Is he like just balanced? I don't know. Riboku-sama, is this Shibashu that much of a... It was I who recommended him for that... Okay. It was I who recommended him for that position. For Shibashu is the type who will never lift a finger, barring his home city of Seika. Well, Yan is about to... Is this about to be like the destruction of Yan? Barring his home city of Seika being attacked. And while the appointment to the Three Great Heavens was mainly to spur him into action, his actual talents are also without a doubt. Report! Activity in the eastern city of Seika. The 5,000-man army of Seika, under the command of their lord Shibasho, appears to have set forth from... There we go. Just as Riboku was about to say, his actual talents are also without a doubt, what, greater than the Three Great Heavens? Is that what you're implying? So Shibashu with only 5,000 people is heading off. It sounds like a lot, but against a Yan force, I don't know. Why would he head off though? If it's a castle, why would he head off? Fortifying your defenses would be better, no? It's a siege. Shibashu has set out. Excellent. This is exactly what you call waking the sleeping tiger. They're all like, why is he setting out? But the people that know him are like, oh yeah, great stuff. Looks like that fool Odo didn't quite do his homework. Kane, cancel that... Oh, he's that confident in him. Cancel that missive to General Kocho. For now, we should all calm down and observe the situation. The Eastern Front is by no means without its defenses. If Shibasho is able to stop all those momentum, then Commander of the East, Chawaku, should be able to push out Yan with the Eastern armies. We will let the East do until the next big development arises. For now, we should focus on the approaching Shin from the west. Yes, sir. Come to think of it, why is Shun Juiju still not returned from the front lines with a message? About that, sir, my utmost apologies, but due to how critical the Eastern report was, we're delayed Shun Juju's own report. Shun Juiju himself has remained at Juka due to suspicious behavior by the Shin. Suspicious behavior? Yes, going by the messenger, they may have deceived us all along. Something about the possibility of them changing targets from Kinnan onwards. Changing targets from Kinnan... Ah, shit. Bring out the western map again. Yes, sir. Here it is. Are there enough pieces? It's fine, so be quiet. They've deceived us? Kinnan, a checkpoint for the western military supply line. They've deceived us at Kinnan. but a supply convoy links Kina and Kokyo. Is it a fake supply line? Impossible. Faking a supply convoy requires considerable preparations beforehand, but that's exactly what Shunjuiju believes they might have done. So if we were to assume that the supply lines from Kinwon onwards are a fake, and that the majority of the food supply still remains in Kinnan, then yes, the Shin army can grab them on the way and make for a completely new destination. But where would this joint army of 200,000 men go? Immediately to the south lies the Yellow River blocking their way, and even if they went east, the only thing that awaits them is the iron wall defenses of the royal capital. Drop. Shit. It's Gyo. What? Masaka? Nani? No way. How could this be? Are you out of your mind, Shin? He's like, Shin, what the fuck are you doing? If it works, it works, though. That's the key thing. If it works, it works, but it's a gamble. And they know it's a gamble. But they much rather take this gamble than play along your game. As dawn broke on that night, it can't be. Sun Juiju would receive a report stating that 200,000 soldiers, 200,000 Sin soldiers at Canaan had all vanished without a trace. They're making their move. In the silence of the darkness, in the cover of the darkness, you who cannot see them, you who cannot mount them, you who, I said mount because it's a mountain range, but you who cannot envision where they are, the eagle, the hawk flies on, flap, 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 Taiko mountain range, messenger bird, how rare, heading to the capital through the mountains, huh? There's like 50 of them, the bearers of what's portent? That's interesting. I've never heard that word before. The bearers of ill-portent speed throughout the treacherous mountains. But Chapter 503, Birds of Urgent Tidings. No way! All those birds are messenger birds. I've never seen so many at once. But why are there so many? There's something so important happening that a few birds would not be enough. And they're all heading for Kantan too. What in the world is going on? Zhao, a royal capital. Kantan. So many are arriving. Go get more help. Look at the seal. They're all from Riboku-sama flutter. Kosho-sama, what does the message say? By the heaven... sorry. By the heavens! This is an urgent report. Get me a horse at once. The royal capital. His Majesty must be notified. What? Send word. Send for General Koinson, Ryui as well, quickly. Hey, look at the Zhao King, King Doja. Hey, look at him. Shit is making their way towards us, you say? Okay. So... I thought it was a sun or something, but I just scrolled down. All of you with like the foot fetish. I don't even know what to say. So they came to snatch these bass from me. Unforgivable. We will fight. Even if all else must be reduced to ash and cinder, my paradise alone must be safeguarded. Sire, this is no laughing matter. Urgent messages have been arriving without end from Iboku-sama over the Taiko Mountains. Enkan. Yes. Foot fetish. Get some help. Slip, slip. Oh, your majesty. His majesty is busy recovering from the daily ordeals required. Sitting on his throne all day. Great ordeals. Daily ordeals required of his position. How dare you interrupt his sacred time with such preposterous nonsense? The armies of Shin should not have even clashed yet with our forces on the other side of the Taiko Mountains. Through what sorcery are they supposed to reach us here in Kantan? They are not coming through the mountains. High-ranking Zhao official Kaukuke. They pretended to aim for our western reaches, then suddenly changed direction southwards, and are now heading towards the capital zone, following the Yellow River. They number 200,000 men. Riboku-sama's message states that it is imperative that Kantan prepares countermeasures immediately and seeks your majesty's approval. What did you say? You may continue. Yes, sire. Riboku-sama advises Kantan to immediately rally its army and send them towards Retsubi to halt Shin's advances. Out of the question. because of kings like these that you're gonna that Ribaku's it's not because of Ribaku that he's gonna fail. It's because of people like you that the king that Ribaku's gonna fail. Is he drinking blood or something? Out of the question. The elite ranks of Kantan's military exist only for the sole purpose of protecting the king. So long as I remain here, they will not be allowed to leave Kantan. What? But your majesty, this is hardly the time for such comments. Our very kingdom's existence is it. It is Ribaku Dana who should watch what comes out of his mouth. Not only has he conveniently ignored his own blunder of allowing this to happen, he even has the audacity to give orders to his majesty from so far away. I'm sure he means no such offense. It's just the situation is so dire that cuff, squeeze, cuff. This guy is like the worst king, honestly. Get some hookers. Like, not children, bro. Enough, Kakukai. Do not dirty the waters with an old man's sweat and spit. Begin massage, even if we do not mobilize Kantan soldiers, but instead gather enough men from the surrounding cities, such as... well, they're attacking Gyo. They're such as Gyo, then surely that will be sufficient. Yes, sire. In the event that Kantan would not mobilize its forces, Ribaku-sama said, cough. To do just that, cough. If you had such an alternative, then why not say so from the start, you senile old fool? We've received His Majesty's permission. Let us be off, General Koso Ryu. I entrust you to take command of the troops. Hold it. What of Ribaku himself? The man whose blunder may have very well earned his head a place on the chopping block. Where and what is he up to? There is no need for concern, your majesty. Ribaku-sama is currently fighting his way through the mountain range towards Kantan with an army in tow as fast as he possibly can. You sure about this? The men behind us can't keep up at all. Is that a problem? Our first priority right now is to get Ribaku-sama into the royal capital zone as soon as possible. Shun Sui-ju. I can't say that name to say. That name is terrible. Change your name. Shun Sui-ju. He caught up to us all the way from Juka at the front lines. My sincerest apologies for my continued absence. He's got this like monotone voice on it, the monotone face, which makes me give him a monotone voice. You haven't. But not Ribaku. Ribaku says, you have nothing to apologize for. Thanks to you, we were able to catch up to the plans and send out the messenger birds as early as we did. That small difference could be the one small factor that will decide this battle. We make it in time, Ribaku-sama. If the battle at the Retsubi, the gateway, drags on long enough, then we will. And for that to happen, we need our reinforcements to reach Retsubi before the Shindu. So it's basically a race to see who reaches the Retsubi first here. I'm not sure if His Majesty will... No. It will mobilize the soldiers so willingly, Kaka. You can say that again. However, the Shin shouldn't be able to reach Retsubi that easily either. Yes, it's true that Retsubi lies a fair bit of distance away from the border. I mean, they might have caught her for guard and all, but Zhao ain't that easy of a target that they can slip past everything without any resistance. So it all comes down to how much our mid-sized cities along the way can manage to delay them. That's exactly right. If you look at it another way, it comes down to how well the Shin will be able to deal with those obstacles. They've got 3 amazing generals, honestly. So, and a lot of other very talented folks. So yeah, just saying. Are you sure we're not going too fast like this? Osen and Kanki's cavalry division are even further ahead of us. Both of them have separated from the infantry and are having the cavalry going ahead first. We're actually one of the few keeping pace too. That's all that training coming in handy. Even the new guys are managing to keep up just barely. If anything, it's the veterans that are like... Tendono, isn't this rude? It's because the new people all are training, the old people didn't. Tendono, isn't this route leaning slightly too much south? So sweet, I reckon we're detouring slightly south to avoid the mid-sized city of Chosa. We're avoiding it? Yeah, with an army this big, small cities can't do anything but shut their gates and hide behind their walls. But any medium or large-sized ones we run into on their way, we can definitely try to slow us down. So rather than getting bogged down by those engagements, it's better to take a route towards Retsubi that avoids combat, even if it means taking a slight detour. Sooner or later, a fight's gonna break out anyway. Is it enemies? Oh, hey, look at that. Ha, not that. Just look at our right. There's a huge-ass lake. That's the Yellow River. No, yeah, Dunce, that's the Yellow River. If the Yellow River is coming to view, then all we need to do is follow it, and we'll arrive at the Retsubi. Shiver, huh? Rumble. You can't tell whether Osen is shocked. Osen, it's just his eyes. He sees shocked. Kanki looks away. Yotanwa looks onwards. Enemy forces spotted. Zhao cavalry approaching from the left. An incoming attack. Incoming attack? What? Hey, calm down, you idiots. Here they come, eh? Where are they coming from? Can't see jack from all here. Seems like it's still further up ahead. So we estimate between 3,000 and 5,000 of them. They've split into 2 groups and intend to hit our vanguard and our flanks at the same time. Ocean Summer, the cavalry are coming in faster than expected. Do not slow the advance. Maintain, gotta keep moving. Let the people from behind take them out or take them out while you're riding, essentially. Maintain course. But so that it won't be a problem. Kanki will handle it. Alright? You see, they both worked under Mogo, so yeah, they kind of they know each other quite well. So I do really like that. Like, he's like, okay, we're going forward. Kanki, I trust that boy. He's good. He can handle it. Easy peasy. They didn't even need to speak to each other. He's like, Kanki takes it out, no problem. The Zeno faction is probably just gonna and it's gonna be done in like 5 minutes. Like give us 10 minutes tops. 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, and we'll have it sorted. Just saying. So yeah, he's like, okay, coolio. It's 5:04. The gate to Zhao's capital. It's just at Kanto. Hurry, yeah. Slide. Is that? Yeah, Captain. The battle between Zhao and the Kanki army is already underway. Push the back out there. Yeah. This thus marks the beginning of the joined armies battle. Left wing, circle around them. Push. Kill them all. Burn them all. These pieces of filth who dare to soil the lands of Zhao. Shut your trap. Hey, Kanki's faction, right? I wouldn't mess with them. You're gonna get destroyed, alright? That's all I'm gonna say. You should have picked a different opponent, alright? You should have picked a different target, bro. You should have. You died a pointless death. That's all I'm gonna say to that. So this is what a real battle looks like. Listen. Gulp. Look at that. The main army, the Ocean army, is ignoring Kanki's army and just going on ahead. Oh, you're right. Damn, that's cold. What the hell is... Speed is paramount here. You gotta get there fast. What the hell is General Ocean thinking? If we just surrounded them, we'd roll right over them with our numbers. No, doing this is the right choice. The only thing that the Zhao army is after is trying to stop our advance. They'd like nothing more than for us to turn all our attention towards them. But even if the Kanki army beats those guys in both strength and numbers, we're still talking about 4,000 to 5,000 men to deal with here. Ain't no way Kanki is coming out of this. It's Kanki. Yotanwa. Even the mountain people are it's Kanki, bro. It's Kanki, alright? They're clean. You saw them. They're clean. Even the mountain people are ignoring them and moving ahead like it's the most natural thing to do. Being able to do something like this is one of the joint army's strength. You can just split up into multiple smaller strengths. One of its strength, think of it this way. The 3 armies involved in this campaign are each in their own right an entity capable of winning a battle on the scale of, say, the battle at Kokyo from before. Which means that this invasion force will be capable of simultaneously dealing with 3 situations at the same time. In family. Go. I thought like in family. What's in family? But like the in family. Go. 3 at the same time. What does it mean by situation? Shut your trap, Tan. The further along this Go invasion progresses, the more complex you can expect the board to become. They always like doing that. The further along the Gyo invasion progresses, the more complex you can expect the war to become. But like this, it will also allow the joint forces to exhibit more and more of their true potential. Failure to make use of this advantage will mean you stand no chance of victory. And that is not all. I am certain that a situation requiring your unique strengths will arrive as well. You don't need to worry about the Kanki army. We're following the Ocean army and continuing our march. Captain, the Kanki army just happened to draw the short straw, so they have to deal with the enemies this time. There's been plenty of times where the Hishinuna has been in the same position. True, and we're going to get a position like that as well in this war. Choosing to help them here or watch over them would only waste their sacrifice. Sacrifice is probably the wrong word here, but yeah. The most important thing for everyone here now is for us to reach Zhao's capital zone, where Ryuaku is still caught on the back foot. Now move! Yeah. Naki, of course, Naki's like, he is a little worried. Of course, yeah, he is Kanki. You speak one of Kanki's men, of course. Naki, let's go. Yeah. It's Kanki, right? You know damn well nothing's gonna happen to them. They're gonna come out of this cave. Kill them all! Everyone's like, now it's someone else is fighting. That's the Gyokuho. Oh, hon. They're all A-okay. Don't let them slow you down. Move forward. Only one way, and that's forward. Don't stop moving. We still got a ways to go. The joined army found their way by the Zhao soldiers numerous times during the march, but each and every one of them was met by a detachment sent by Osen, leaving the main body untouched. Essentially, this meant that Zhao's efforts proved to be all in vain, as they were unable to halt or even slow Shin's advance in any sense. Kanju, reporting in. After switching directions at Kinnan, the joined army progress appears to be as smooth as can be. Taking into account what we've learned from the messenger bird, we estimate that they should be close to Rodo as of this moment. What did you say? Rodo? Isn't that a bit too fast? It's one whole day ahead of our prediction. I'd have expected nothing less. Once past Rodo, Retsubi lies only 2 days of march away. Retsubi. And so the day of destiny draws near. We should arrive at Retsubi either tomorrow or the day after. Yeah, you have my word on that. But Retsubi is like the lid that covers the entrance to the entire capital region, right? And that's right, it's basically, if we were to compare it to Shin, it would be like Zhao's version of Kankoku Pass. Not quite coalition, but it might as well be. We don't have the 5 armies there, but it might as well be. Kankoku Pass. If that's the case, then our first goal is to smash our way right through it, whatever it takes. The main event's finally about to begin. Has General Osen sent any words about the strategy for attacking Retsubi? Not even a peep. Whoa, hang on. You sure that's right? We're talking about hitting the front door here. Isn't it going to involve an all-out attack with everything we have? Yeah, I'd imagine even General Osen won't try to skimp when it's Retsubi we're attacking. If we screw up too much, we might end up surrounded by Zhao shields on both sides. Not to mention, Riboku has got to be rushing over from the west right now as well. The moment we arrive at Retsubi, we need to capture it as soon as possible. Osen, the tactician, should already be carefully considering the best possible approach of taking it down. Then I guess we'll all just be playing audience to Osen's siege. We might not know whether it'll be tomorrow or the day after. Hell, we don't even know if we'll even get to play a part when we arrive, but at the same time, you guys better stay sharp and keep you on your toes. It won't be the day after tomorrow. It's tomorrow. You heard her. Tomorrow it is. Aye. Okay. Cute guy. We haven't seen you in a long time, bro. But cute guy. You heard it. It's tomorrow. Aye. The next day. Which just so happened to be the 10th day since the men of Shin first changed headings at Kinnan. At last, the soldiers of Osen, leading their procession, came upon the site of Retsubi. Reporting. Our scouts report no signs of any large Zhao armies behind Retsubi. We believe that we have managed to arrive before the reinforcements from Zhao capital. Truly, It would seem that Zhao was not able to rouse an army capable of stopping our 200,000 men in a timely manner. Never in the wildest dreams did they expect us to hit them in a heartland like this. Do the first have your leave to begin the festivities, General? Likewise, the second stand ready for your orders, my lord. Aku, Mako, you and your men are to hold positions. Bring to the front line the soldiers of Yotanwa and a Hishin unit. Alright. He's saving his personal unit. He's saving his personal army. And I was like, Yotanwa, Hishin unit, you go. They shall be the ones who take down Retsubi. I get Yotanwa. I get Shin actually as well. They defended a fort. You know, and Yotanwa came in and basically slaughtered them. But Yotanwa, the mountain folks, I don't know whether they can just like climb the thing. I think that would be a bit much. But their strength lies in attack. It's not so much in like defense or anything. It's mostly in just attacking prowess. So like taking over that like an arrow, they charge through. That's basically what I'm expecting. Chapter 5, Fever. Fever. Okay. Someone's sick. I'm ill. Oh. Here comes the fools that would dare to challenge Retsubi gateway to the Zhao capital. Answer me, men. Do you stand ready to receive them? Ha! If we manage to hold out for 2 days, then surely a great army from the capital shall come to our aid. But we have no need of such things, because we shall slay every single Shin mongrel that dares approach the city. Do you hear me, brave soldiers of Zhao? We will stain the soil red with their blood. Bro, you're about to die, bro. In times of crisis, a fever envelops all. Well, that's not good. Our advantage in numbers has actually raised their morale instead of lowering it. You can feel the earth moving. God, Zhao's gateway, Retsubi. This won't be easy at all. Still, is General Osen serious about this? Having only the Hishin unit and the mountain tribes be the ones to take down the city? I know I may be speaking out of turn, but honestly, I don't believe the mountain tribes are capable of highly technical battles such as sieges. They are good at attacking though. Boy, I'm hungry. I got to pee. Go do it over there. I need to pee. Go do it over there. And of all types, he had to choose Retsubi to entrust in them. Failing this will have dire consequences for us all. That's exactly why. But it wasn't Yotanwa's army meant to have taken the big city of Ways 2 years ago? Enshi, I believe. But no one was actually there to witness it. That's perfect. You've got the element of surprise with you. I've heard people say the only reason it worked was because there wasn't an attacking Shin army, so the Wei got caught off guard. I suppose that means now. Yotanwa is one of the two great generals that they have right now. Right, Mobu and Yotanwa. So don't worry about that. Chill, man. Chill. A lot will rest on how the Hishin unit performs. Long live Zhou! Long live Zhou! Long live Zhou! Long live Zhou! Leaving aside the quality of fortification, what's most troublesome is how high the morale is. The same thing happened outside during the Coalition War. A man's morale can cause him to fight with 20 times his normal strength. The Hishin unit is fine, man. When it comes to strength, nobody's beating them. We've only just gotten... Kyukai should be on that spread too. Kyukai should be on that spread too, damn it. This is a glorious spread. We've only just gotten started and the stakes are already sky high. Shin. I don't know what General Osen's intentions are by giving such an order, but if we're going to do this, then we go into this with the assumption that we're taking down the Retsubi of only the Hishin and the Yotanwa army, of course. Not only that, we have to do it within 2 days. Half a day will be all we need. Yotanwa. If Kyukai didn't exist, you. If Kyukai didn't exist, you. Just saying, bro. Just saying, man. Half a day will be all we need. What? Does that mean you have some sort of plan to sieging your city? It's a simple procedure. First, you climb over the walls, circle around behind the gates, and open it from inside. Then you send your troops through the open doors and capture the inside. It's like the basics, you know? Just climb up, climb down, open the gates, go in. Simple. Honestly, what method is there even? Quite a noisy bunch there, aren't they? Well, yes, but making it happen is easier said than done. Yotanwa. You may leave the wall scaling to us. I need your Hishin unit to be ready to charge into the city. The moment the gates are... They are powerhouses, okay? And they can scale. They're mountain tribes for a reason. They can scale. They can probably fight while climbing as well. They're mountain tribes, alright? So that's easy for them. Then they've got the prowess. There's the strength to actually, just be able to open up a path. Simple. Simple, Mouse. Simple. No, are we talking about the same thing? I'm telling you, getting past those walls is the hard part. Is this going to be okay then? Trust her, man. Trust her. Has he ever lost? No. Simple. Simple. Could the mountain people be underestimating sieges? They're definitely good at the actual fighting bit. But if you don't approach a siege properly, you're going to get hurt badly. Chihayafuru says there are some enemies that have come out of the city. Huh? Oh, those guys. They'll turn tail and run if we get anywhere near them. If we try to carelessly chase them down, we'll just get peppered by the archers on top of the wall. It's a pretty by-the-book tactic. Not only that, but it also serves as a way to inspire the troops by showing off how those men are brave enough to stand out there despite our army being here. So not going to be easy to deal with. That's right, but the biggest pain in the neck is still how high the morale is. The enemy commander clearly understands the most important facets of a defensive siege. So if we don't approach this thoughtfully, then those walls will never fall. No need to worry on your part. The people of the mountains have our own way of doing things. Frot. Wait, what? Yotanwa? What do you mean by that? Well, it would be more accurate to call it Yotanwa's methods. What? Gathered on these fields now are men and women from over 100 different tribes. She's never lost, bro. That's the whole point. She's never lost. There's a reason for that. Amongst those ranks, we even have one such as the Figo. Figo? The Figo and Mera tribes, huge tribes with a history of warfare spanning centuries. Centuries? as their elder. Ask the elder of any tribe, and they will all tell you the same thing, that for a scene like this to be possible was absolutely unthinkable. And that's because Yotanwa's strength, it is all due to the existence of the woman named Yotanwa, feared in the mountain realms as a lord of death, as well as adored as their queen. Through just one woman, the fragmented mountain realms have been united. Now watch, Yotanwa always overpowers her opponents from head on. It's like the two units that like are all about power, like straight up like all about attack, power, prowess, overpower them from head on. Look, one rider came out, the Mountain Queen. Just her on her own, like, hello. It's Yotanwa-sama, the Lord of Death. Lord of Death, Lord of Death, Lord of Death. It's like, yeah, what the hell? All this from the singer. This is, it's like a king. Like, it's literally seeing the queen. What's going on? Look here. Our enemies had atop the walls, chirping like small birds. To call something like that is a war cry is laughable. What sound does a real war cry make? What sound does a real war cry make? Like wild hounds, basically. Holy, it's getting louder. Oh, the ground's actually shaking. What is that? Also, it's like, oh, interesting. I want to see Kanki. I wish Kanki every time I got that. What is that army? They're all terrified now. So much for their morale, and now they're terrified. Yotanwa was trying to outdo them. What? I might not understand their language, but Yotanwa was crushing the enemy's greatest weapon, the morale, head on. Overpower them with everything they got. Bah! Do not fear them. Raise your voices. Oh! This war is a conflict between the plain folks. However, it is also a war for the sake of expanding our world, in which case our course is obvious. The tempered blades of Yotanwa shall be swung forth. We will turn all who resist us into chunks of flesh and move forward just as we have always done. Lord of Death! Lord of Death! Do not fear them. Do you think such a small city can hope to stand up to the blade of the Mountain Queen? So this is something like that, the Queen of the Mountains, capable of barring the blade of the mountains. Yotanwa's rallying cry. There, ready to go. Warriors of 100 mountains. Let us show these people of the plains the might of those who call the mountains their home. We will teach them to fear us as they should. O warriors of the mountains, bathe these lands in their blood. Hey. If I was hiding behind these walls right now, right? I would like go all the way to the back entrance, and like I'd be running. If I saw these folks right with their mask, scarier masks than Osen. If I saw all of them like just rabbit like dogs, like hounds, the hounds of Baskerville, just coming at you. I'd be looking at them like, sir, I've got my sword downstairs. Can I just quickly like leave my spot and just go downstairs for a second, run downstairs, and then run away, run. Hey. Running faster, fat boy. Run faster, fat boy. I'd be gone. Hey, you ain't seen me no more. I'd be gone. I'm gone, man. I'd be gone. I would have been gone before that. If I saw a huge army like that, I'd be like, not today. No, not today. Maybe another time. If you had maybe 2,000 soldiers, yeah, I would have played a part in the scene. 2,000 soldiers? Oh, I'm going. I'm really, really going. I'm really, really going. I'm really, really going. That's basically what I would have done. Right. That's just what I would have done. I know braver people than me would have died. Or will die, I should say. Most certainly, 100%. Yotanwa slaughters them. All I'm gonna say. Anyway, folks. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out and bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. But until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day.